everything recording? Okay, everything's recording. Hey everyone, welcome back to Simply Soph. I'm so happy you're here. Today trying something different. I might continue to keep looking over here on accident. I just don't have anything, honestly. You know what? Nope, didn't do anything. Okay, and it's blocking the camera. Never mind. We're just gonna keep moving. Today is Monday, and it's actually 11:26 p.m. So killing it. Actually no. I had an energy drink like late in the day, and I think that's the result of me being up late. And then I have just so much energy, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna film my podcast episode because we're gonna do my stuff early this time, and just get her done, you know? And tonight I actually really, I guess, was kind of moved to talk about, I guess, kind of like my spiritual journey a little bit. Tonight we had our outside, I don't know how to explain it. On UAM campus, there's Encounter and the NBSF and Renown. I'm not sure if Renown and NBSF are separate or together, but anyway. But tonight we had like a worship like combined between the two, and it was amazing. And you can really tell how God is like moving throughout the campus, and I just really wanted to talk about it, I guess. I wanted to share it with you guys. So I guess just kind of where I'm at on my spiritual journey. I won't do my whole like testimony or anything, or I won't give you my whole story, but I was raised Christian, and like we went to church every Sunday, but it kind of felt like something that we were like checking off, you know, like I wasn't really, but I, like, you're a kid. Sometimes when you're a kid, like when you go, I feel like there's a difference. There's a change when you go just because you're supposed to, and then you go because you want to, I guess. And growing up, I feel like I kind of was only going because I had to. Like, my parents made me go, or like, you know, like as a family, like we'd go together. So, but I never really transitioned into the going because I want to go. And that was just because, that was just on me, you know. I just never, I guess, really built that connection with God, like on that one-on-one way. It just kind of felt like I was going through the motions. Like, I know God is real, and I know, like, he is so present within my life, but I don't know, I felt like I just wouldn't make that effort, I guess, and I am ashamed to say that, just because that's on me, you know, like, that's entirely my fault. And sorry, I actually might turn saying this, I guess. But anyway, so that's just kind of, yeah. And then so that kind of happened throughout my entire life. I had one of my best friends, her name is Emma, and she's someone who continuously like tried to pull me back in, like to continue my walk with God, and I do really appreciate that from her. But I guess if you don't want it, it just never really happens, you know. But she did start something at my high school it's called FCA. She started FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. There we go. And I would sometimes go to that, and mainly it was just because I wanted to support her. But yeah, I guess like Emma, she's someone who I think of like, I guess, kind of like a role model in that way. Like I definitely want to, I don't want to say get to her level. I feel like every level is different, but she's someone who inspires me. But anyway, and so I went to college, and I just never really went to church. I went to church on Sundays with my grandparents whenever I visited them, but that was far and few in between. So I never really did that too much. And then, but like I said, I know God is real, and I always know that it was my side that was lacking, but every once in a while I would have a prayer, and I guess I moved to UAM, and I guess that's kind of where it all started to change. Like, the community here is just so amazing, and my friends are so amazing, and they're so confident with the relationship with God, I guess. Like, that's a good word to use. And they held me accountable. And so, like, whenever I got here, I was like, yeah, I was raised Christian, but that's all I would really say, you know? Just because I feel like I never really, like, I just never made my way back to God fully. And I'm still learning. Like, I'm still, like, the way I kind of explain it is, like, everyone's on their walk. But I feel like whenever I didn't have that full one-on-one time with him, I just kind of took a couple steps back, or in my case, a lot of steps back. And so now I feel like I'm just kind of walking that road again, like retracing my steps. But it's something I need to do, you know? So anyway, I got here and they were like, yeah, you want to go to church? And I was like, sure, I'll go to church. So I started going to church with them, and I didn't have my Bible. I left my Bible in New York, and where my parents are. And so Evelyn and Jalen, they bought me my own Bible, and they bought me a notebook, and they were like, yeah, they gave it to me as a gift, and which kind of meant a lot to me. I was like, oh, like, I don't know, I just didn't really have friends who've, I guess, done that for me before, and so that definitely really moved me. Like I said before, I always knew that God was there for me, and I always know that he was waiting for me to make that first step. And like my friends here, they gave me a space where I could do that. I always knew that I would make that step, but I think it was just always like the mentality of like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do that tomorrow. Like I'll reach out again tomorrow. And of course tomorrow's never comes because I'm not the one changing. Like I was just being complacent, and which again is pretty embarrassing to say. But that's why I'm so thankful for my friends here, because they made like that tomorrow possible, because I see how positive their lives are with Christ in their lives. And like I always know, like I've always known God is so good, like he does so much for me. And yeah, tonight, like at this worship night, it was just so real and like so present. I don't know if this is making sense, but I was kind of like undone, maybe, in a way. But yeah, at one point, so basically tonight we sang songs, we had people speak, and we had a speaker come up and share his word, and then at the end of it, or we sang more songs, and then at the end of it, they had us kind of separate into 4 groups, but I chose to go to the prayer group. And so I went there with my friends Jordan, Mia, Jalen, and Evelyn. And Jordan actually came up to me and she was like, hey, can I pray for you? And oh my gosh, I might actually get emotional here. So she came, and I guess she like prayed and said like she's so thankful for me, and like thankful for bringing me into their lives, which means a lot. And oh my gosh, I'm crying. Okay, just give me a second. I don't even like remember the word for word, but I just remember being moved, because last year, like, or in the past years, like mainly the past years, like my freshman and sophomore year back in Whatcom, like I am so thankful for that experience, but it was definitely a lonely experience, and I think I did need that time to become who I am today. But I don't know if I would want to go back to that time if I had to, because I do love my friends there, and like there's so many things I am thankful for, like the experience and just being close to my grandparents over there and making the friends that I have made, because those were some true friendships that I am so grateful for. But not all the parts were good, and most of them weren't. Mainly because like sometimes it felt like some of the friendships were kind of got sour at some points. And again, like I'm still friends with my friends over there, and I love texting them, and I love still being in contact with them, but I think sometimes the distance is needed. And I have a really good friend who's in Oregon now, but her name's Savia, and she was telling me, just because, like, the friendships that I had just didn't make me happy 100% of the time, and sometimes they were pretty negative, and it's hard to navigate that. Like, when you're on a team, like for volleyball, you spend your entire time with them, and sometimes it's your entire life, just because you live together, you're on the court together, you're friends. Like, the volleyball group, team was basically my only friends, which, could a lot of bickering and stuff happen, and so that's what I mean. Like, sometimes it wasn't 100% positive, and that kind of broke my heart a little bit, just because I just wasn't happy all the time, especially towards the end. I wasn't very happy. But so Savia told me, she's like, people are like, you're gonna have friends who you're friends with your entire life, but sometimes there will be friends that you're there for seasons. And I remember praying to God a lot, asking, like, wherever I go next, I really want people who will 100% support me, and I guess just something different, because I just wasn't very happy where I was. And so fast forward, I'm at UAM now, and I'm in Monticello, and I had no idea what I was going to be getting into when I came here. And I was terrifying. Like, I didn't know who was here, and I've mentioned this before. Like, I moved my entire life to get here, and I have family. Close family is 5 hours drive away, which isn't as far as, New York or something, but it's still not right around the corner like how my grandparents were in Washington. So, very, very terrifying, and even now talking about it, my heart's beating so fast. But getting here, like, I met some of, like, the best people ever. Like, they're so kind and so supportive, and, like, I always say, like, it's a Southern hospitality thing, but honestly, it might just be the people thing. Like, people just treat you with such kindness down here, and that's something that I was lacking, I think, a little bit back where I was in Washington. And the weather's warm, and I love the warm weather so much. But I think, like, when Jordan was praying over me and, like, thinking that I've come into their lives, I think it was really the opposite. Like, I'm so thankful that, like, God did answer my prayers, and he sent me here with people that genuinely love and support me, and I've only been here for, like, 3 months. So, that was, I don't know, I just felt really, like, I felt really supported, and I guess heard, and I know God is always there for me and always looking out for me because I'm his daughter, but it's kind of overwhelming sometimes when it just kind of hits you like that. So, I started crying, like, right there on the quad, and it's funny because I'm not usually someone who cries. I feel like the last time I cried was a couple months ago, and now I'm posting it for the whole world to see, so there's that. But it's hard for me to be open like that, and it's hard for me to talk about it, just because there's a lot of shame and guilt. But I think Monticello really was the right path for me to take, and yeah, I'm just so grateful for my life here right now, and I really love it here. And yeah, I think that's just something I really wanted to share. Just my utmost gratitude for the community here, and for God leading me on this path, because he always just knows what's right for me, and it's made me the person who I am today. So, but as I said, I'm still walking my path, so I'm not quite there yet. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I think that's kind of what everyone kind of feels like. But yeah, so there's that. Goodness. Sorry, started off really emotional. I truly am the one blessed. And like, I'm just so happy to be here. And I'm literally gonna cry. But yeah, okay. Anyways, give me a second. We're gonna move on. Give me a second, please. So yeah, that's just kind of what has been going through my mind today. And I guess the reason why it just took me so long to, like, share that bit, and that's not even my full testimony, oh my goodness, but, it's just kind of, it's hard to open up like that, you know? Like, I haven't even told this to anybody. Like, my friends just know I cried tonight. They didn't even really know the full reason why. But I guess it's just kind of, like, number one, I'm ashamed. Two, it's a little embarrassing. And, but I think, like I know it's kind of, like, everyone probably feels like that in the very beginning. And now, like, here I am, like, fully opening my heart and confessing, I guess, my sins to God. Like, I know that he forgives me, and it's hard to, I guess, kind of come to terms with that, because I feel like I don't deserve any of that. Like, I don't think, like, it's hard for me to accept that, I don't know, people fully support me here and stuff, but they do, and he does, so I guess I just have to kind of come to terms with that one way or another. But I think it's hard, but it's a little relieving to know that I'm probably not the only one who feels like that. But maybe one day I'll open up to someone about it, but we'll see. I like to hold my cards to my chest. But as you can see, I have more work to do. But anyway, okay, moving on. In other news today, since I'm off season, I had time and I get to have my nails done. So I got my nails done today with Alicia, who's my roommate, and then Evelyn, who lives in Pine Valley. So got my nails done, and I love it, and I feel like a girl again. And so they're a little pointier and longer. Well, they're a little pointier and longer than I wanted them to be, but I think it's just, you know, like, every set of nails aren't the same. So, but I'm sure I'm gonna, like, fall in love with them. I mean, I already love them, but I'll probably, like, love them more in the days to come. It's like the same thing with, like, a wacky haircut or something. Like, you hate it at first, but then you love it, like, the next couple days. So, same thing. Let's see, coming up, we have Thanksgiving break starting this weekend, Friday, and my parents are coming down, so I'm really excited to see them, because I haven't seen them since summer, and since my dad dropped me off here. So yeah, I'm really excited to see them, and yeah, I just love my parents, and I think, like, growing up, you just spend too much time with them, so you don't love them. I mean, you love them, sorry. You love your parents, but you just don't appreciate them as much, and then, so now I only see them 3 times a year, summer, winter. I just got lucky for Thanksgiving, because they're coming down, so usually I only see them 2 times a year, but this time I could see them 3 times a year, and that's really when you start to appreciate them a little bit more. So I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to just do daily things with them, not having to pay for everything on my own. Oh, so excited for that. And then I get to see my brother, because I haven't seen my brother again since summer. He lives in Durant, Oklahoma, though. Actually, no, I've seen him. Sorry. I'm just excited to see my brother, and then I get to see my grandpa, too. So it's gonna be a little Grubs reunion. And yeah. So excited to see family. And then we have winter break pretty soon after, and I think I'm gonna be going to New York, so that's exciting. Excited for that. Okay, also, me and Jalen recently adopted a cat. Her name's Delilah Grace. I can't believe I haven't talked about her before on here, but I don't think I have. We rescued her behind a dumpster at Circle K, which is, like, right up the street, and she's absolutely amazing, and except when she's bad. That's when she kind of gets a tad bit annoying, but mostly she's amazing. And she sleeps with me. She sleeps with Jalen. Sometimes she bounces back and forth between our beds, which is kind of funny, but she's a sweet girl. And she just purrs, and then she, like, just cuddles right up next to your face, and she's so cute. Oh, she's so cute. So this is Delilah. She's nice and sleepy.
But he may not. It depends on how.
Sorry, I started videoing again. One sec. I was just introducing Delilah. Do you want to get introduced?
No.
Okay. yeah, I have 2 cats at home, actually, with my parents, but it's nice to have one here. And, oh my goodness, and CoStar, but I don't have it pulled up, so give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. So, CoStar. So today it's now 12:15. So we're gonna read my CoStar, maybe wrap it up with that. So my day at a glance says, live the life you want. You've been polishing a cage where you could be walking through the door. Stop perfecting what doesn't serve you. The thing you keep putting off until conditions are perfect will never happen under those terms. Dang, okay. Do lawn games, saw cops, drive-in theater. Don't conductor's baton, itineraries, main character. Okay, sounds good. Okay, it says fire moons like you and Jalen, who's my roommate. It says deep sea diving, structured improv, obsessed with successes, hold grudges. Yeah, we're working on that last one. I've been doing pretty good, so doing pretty good. Okay, Ev is analyzing their dreams today. Compare dream journals. It's funny that it's talking about dreams. Sometimes I have no dreams, but sometimes I have really specific, like, detailed ones. And for some reason, I don't even know what, but Licia, when we're getting her nails done today, she was talking about how her boyfriend's going to Hawaii, and that, like, kind of jump-started my dream, like to remember it. Like, it's so hard for me to remember my dreams, but sometimes I see things, and I'm like, wait, I dreamt about that. I had a dream that, like, all the Pine Valley girls, which is Ev, Mia, Jordan, me, Licia, Jalen, we all went to Hawaii for some reason. I have no idea why, but, it's a pretty cool dream. I've been to Hawaii, like, twice. I loved both times I went, but I just thought that was funny. Anyway, sorry, that was, like, literally not important. Okay, and then Hillary says, help Hills concentrate on the project at hand. Today, Hills wants to turn their many ideas into reality. Catch up with them. As a Virgo Mercury, you know when to push someone to start a new project and when to ask for feedback. Cool. So yeah, that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, okay, I'll probably see you guys soon. So, bye.